Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Playhouse Theatre. We take this opportunity to remind you that for the comfort of all patrons, food, drinks and flash photography are not permitted in the auditorium. Please take a moment to ensure that your mobile phones and pages are switched off. At interval, tea, coffee, soft drinks and alcoholic beverages are available in the foyer. And after the show, you're invited to join the cast and crew in the Full House Bar. But now, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
The Bundaberg Players Incorporated have been around for over 60 years, and during this time they have managed to put on amazing plays and musicals that entice audiences from all around the Bundaberg and surrounding region. The large membership base of over 150 make up all of the volunteers that help to create the bright and fun vibe that makes patrons want to return.
Basically, the Playhouse stems from the fact that we work together as a team, that what we're doing are presenting shows to the community, and that we spend our time trying to get that to the best standard that we possibly can.
I think the primary objective of what we do is to provide a venue where people can have an outlet to be involved in the performing arts.
In 1950, Mr. George English, who was the director of the Queensland State Opera Scheme, visited Bundaberg in pursuit of the government's intention of encouraging local societies to engage in the production of light opera and other musicals. As a result of his visit, the Bundaberg Amateur Players were formed. The then Mayor Mr. F. H. Buss became president, Mrs. Helen Cattermole was the producer, Miss Essie Heffernan, musical director, and Mr. W. M. Miller, secretary.
I officially then became a member of Youth Theatre when I was 10. I couldn't join before I was 10, so that was in 1975. So between 75 and now, grown hugely. A lot of the building that people see now wasn't here, so I've seen a lot of additions made.
1984 I joined, and it's two major wings have been put on since then. The foyer that we're doing the interview in, and the back sheds and things like that. And how it's developed, I think, is becoming borderline on almost professional.
The Bundaberg Amateur Players used to perform at the old Winter Garden Theatre, which used to be located on the corner of Wingara and Maryborough Street. In 1962, land was purchased, and then in 1964, the first stage of construction was completed at a cost of almost £2,000. This building provided the Bundaberg Amateur Players a practice hall plus storage area for costumes, paint and props, which was all under one roof. This was the first building built by an organisation of this kind in the city.
I think every little expansion that we have made has benefited the theatre, but what I did like is I wanted the theatre very close to the audience, and that was one of the reasons why I wanted the orchestra pit to be able to be covered over, so that when that was built with Helen Cattermole, who was the original artistic director, we stood there looking down and said how great it would be to have intimate theatre.
Well, I've seen our productions are a lot better than what they were, although when I first came here I was so impressed with what was here. I've seen it grow from there.
The tiered auditorium that seats 253 patrons was one of the biggest construction projects that the Playhouse had endeavoured in. The old back wall would now become the new proscenium arch, so that patrons would now face east instead of west. In September 1987, the Bundaberg Amateur Players became newly known as the Bundaberg Players Incorporated, or BPI. In April of 1990, the Bundaberg Players decided to build a new foyer, costing $209,000. The foyer became known as the Gordon Dick Memorial Foyer, which was named in honour of the former president whose dream it was.
I'd say probably this foyer, because it gives it a professional edge, and you'll travel anywhere in Australia and I guarantee you will not find another building purpose-built as an amateur theatre as this is.
It's my family away from family, and a big part of one of the highlights of my any week is Sunday morning at the Playhouse.
Because it's my other family, and my family means a great deal to me, and therefore the Playhouse family means a great deal to me.
All my friendship base is pretty much here, so yeah, it means a great deal.
Well, it's my second family. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, it's my major interest in life.